All right, guys, girls, welcome back to another review of wow, I'm screwing it up already. Ranking Kings, Osama. Ranking. Um, I just had the idea that I wanted to do it a little bit different. I don't want to say this is good. I don't want to say it really better, but there were just some parts that I wanted to show where I was like, all right, this is interesting. And with everything going on right now, it might not be the right way to do it, but I hope it is a better way to do it. And maybe I have to invest more time into it, taking some pictures that I want to show, and then just showing them. But for now, we'll do it like this because I just want to skim through the episode a little bit quickly and show some things that stood out to me. And maybe I'm just a little bit of a crybaby, but let's just look at it. Let's just get into it. I hope I will not get too much problems with this. We'll see. We'll have to wait and see for that. But it was a couple of things that I really liked, and it just keeps getting where I'm like excited about it because just with the Kings, with Ozuken, his story, where we were like, oh, this is a bad guy, and then, and I've said it before, but I just know this is how it happens. We get a bad guy, and a couple episodes or the same episode, we get another story and we see like, wait, what? We're like, oh man, it's not that easy to say somebody is really bad. I mean, you think like, oh, he's good, he's bad, and then you see his backstory and like thinking it all over again. You're like, oh man, is it just the circumstances that make somebody bad, or what happens and how does it become? What needs to happen for somebody to do something that is bad, that people think is bad? Um, just it got me thinking, but it also made me very sad because we are talking about the father of the three brothers, Despa, Ozaken, and I forgot his other brother's name. This from one of the strongest, but at least the king here, we can see him. He got the three sons, and he wanted to go with the immortality. So we got three Dasha, that's his name. So that's also a reason why I wanted to bring it in to kind of show it. And my memory is bad, so that helps. But he got the superpower. Despot wasn't having any superpowers, but he is very smart. And the other brother Ozgen didn't got anything until well, they slain his father because he was a bad king. Very rough and just wrong, just cruel. Rough is the wrong word. Cruel to his people. Finally, Ozgen found out that he got immortality at the age of 25, and well, yeah, he got it got worse from there on, and he eventually lost everything he owned, and that was a moment where it's like, oh man, I was already tearing up because I could feel that Dasha and of course Despa were very into trying to help their brother out while he was alive, and didn't want to lose himself because in a couple episodes ago, Despa and Dasha, or both were probably talking about their brother. They were not saying it was their brother because I was like, all right, that's interesting to know. At that point, that was already interesting to know that Ozgen was a good king, a good guy. But he lost every bit of humanity in him by his immortality, which is very sad. But yeah, that was, I don't know. I myself, I just could feel how much emotions were in that, and Dasha trying to care and Despa for the brother. locking him up, keeping everybody else safe, but at the same time thinking like, I wanna I wanna take this burden away from my brother, even though he isn't anymore who he is or who he was. He still wanted to change that, and that's it just got me in tears here. You can see it. Um, so let me see if I want to. This was also one part where I found it was really interesting. Um, and we see this through the episode a couple moments where it's like Boji is presence or his spirit power, if you can call it like that. People feel that and are overwhelmed by it. Forgot his name, but he was overwhelmed by it. The other bad guy later on in the episode was overwhelmed by it and was like, "Oh shit, this guy is strong." He tried to poison him. It's also one of those great things and good, but it's also a weakness of Boji because he's so sweet, loving, and trusting that he trusts bad guys. And of course, this guy is a dirty guy because he does dirty tricks, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, please help me," and then he stabs you in the back, and that's really awful. But Boji helped him. Of course, we get that flashback. I think it's a couple episodes later, of a couple seconds later, where he's like getting that flashback of the food that he made, and that it was pretty terrible, and they both were getting very sick. Um, but he didn't because he was a giant, and he's just very strong. Um, I really love that. Of course, Otsgen. I was in this whole fight. I was thinking to myself, like, is there anything? And I think that's enough. Let's not try to get anything like problems on our neck. But I was thinking, like, is this enough? Because Despot was really like, oh, we need to get to Bochi because he cannot beat Oskin, and it's difficult because I'm also thinking like, what can he do? He cannot kill him. He can break his sword, but he can restore his sword. And even if he could kill him, or even if he could like knock him out, um he still cannot be killed. So I'm not sure how they should be doing that or whatever. But Moranjo, of course, the end is like the shock where the shadow guy, I forgot his name, but he is totally shocked when he hears the name Moranjo, of course, because the Moranjo's who's behind all of it, and kind of funny and kind of strange. I at least my feelings about her very mixed. Every time you hear stuff, you're like, "Oh, Miranjo's bad," and then you see this story, and like you'll start wondering, like, why did she turn this way? Because we get this flashback of her mother giving something, helping other people, sharing, and she got this with her like when she was a little girl, and then you're wondering like, what happened in between that she turned so evil. And I think it was Despa, no Desha, I think that said that. Oh, oh man, no, wait, that was the other guy, the spare guy. I mean, can't come up with his name. Terrible. But he said something I think about Miranda and what she really wants, and she wants to just be with uh, King Bose. I mean, and when you think about it, it's like, oh, that's pretty nice. It's sad at the same time, but you start thinking like, yeah, it's not bad, but the way she does it is not great. It's not good. Just all these feelings mixed up and everything going on. It's like I don't do many reviews at this point anymore, but I still want to talk about it because it really is near to my heart. I really love it. I really feel it, and it's been a while since I really got into anime and want to talk about it. And I've been feeling a lot better, and just in general, Boji, Osama King's ranking, it is a really great anime. And if you haven't seen it, which is strange if you watch this video, but you should probably just watch it because it's a really good show, and I am I'm just very excited for the end, for all that's going to come. A couple of episodes. I think it's like how many it is. Let me check. I think we got like 25 episodes in total. 24, 25. So we're at 17. So it's like 8 more or something around that. But I'm very excited for that. Definitely cannot wait. I hope you like this review a bit more. I really hope it wasn't sucky. Um, Thank you for watching. Hope you have a great day. I hope we'll see you next time.